Hi, welcome to this Excel tutorial video, and today we're going to talk about spill functions or dynamic arrays, or there's a few different words for them. They're relatively new functions where you write the function in a cell, but the values returned spill beyond that cell to cells around it. We get spill errors based on the use of these functions, so we're going to talk about that as well. So let's look at an example of a simple spill function. So let's look at text split. What this function does is it takes a piece of text and it splits it across columns based on a particular delimiter. So if I say, look at this cell and split it based on the space, and I'm going to run this all the way down here. So what it's done is it's broken up these names based on the space into two columns rather. The function here was written in B2, but the data is spilled into C2. You can see that the function here is in grey, and here in this cell is black. Now where it's black, that's where the function was written. Where it's grey, it doesn't exist there. The data doesn't exist. If I copy that and I paste it here, there's nothing there. There's no data in here. Now, it's the response of a function, so I can copy it and I can right-click and paste values because there is something in there, but actually the value comes from here. So if I were to select one of these where it's grey, i.e. the function wasn't written there, the function was written here. If I go here and I type something in there, I'm going to get a spill error. And the spill error means there's a value in the area where my spill was going to go to. So if I delete that, the word messy appears and the function's working fine. Now to give this maybe a better example, if I say, let's look at unique, and I'm going to highlight this. This now shows a unique list of people's names here. So it gets rid of all of the duplicates. The function was written here in E2. The results have gone all the way down here to E10. But there's no data there. There's nothing there. You can't copy that, like I said before, and paste it. There's nothing there. It doesn't exist. It's the result of a function. You can copy it and you can right click and paste special. The values, fine, but there's nothing there. It's the result of the function that was written in E2. And it's black and the rest of it's grey. So now if I go down here and I type something, I get the spill error. And it's because you click in it and Excel shows you this area here is where my data is going to spill to, and I've got a value in the middle of it. So I'm going to delete that and it spills fine. One last example, if we do equals wrap calls, select that same values again, say I want it to be no more than 4 rows. Now we've got data that spills across and down. So if I was to go to here and I type something, we're going to get a spill error again. And if I click on the function where I've written it, Excel shows you the area where the spill is going to go into, and you can see I've got a value that breaks into that area. So if I delete that, it works fine. So they're really, really good. These functions are very, very handy, incredibly useful. But just know, if you wanted to amend them, you can't amend them in here. Nothing exists here. You've got to go back to where they were written. And in some cases, the spill will go backward and it'll go up. It doesn't have to go right and down. If you want to amend it, you've got to find where it was originally written and then you make your amendments in there. There's nothing in here to amend. I hope that was useful. Thanks a lot for your time.